Hello, Tanner here, back in Hellsplit Arena. Today I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to do an in-depth exploration of one game mechanic, Dismemberment. Start off, you should probably use a weapon that takes two hands to wield, with blades, obviously, so an axe or a sword, and a big one, if you want to get the most out of the Dismemberment feature in this game. If you do get through any portion of this video, let me know down in the comments section whether it was totally pointless or useful and informative. And be sure to subscribe for more VR weapon guides, demonstrations, tips, tricks, reviews, all sorts of stuff like that. And depending on how this goes, maybe more of this. Let's just get right to it. Obviously, easy enemies are going to be the best to do it with. They're nice and squishy. The reason you want a big weapon is so that you can do stuff like this. Oh, fuck me. Not like that at all. Oh, yeah, like that, but hopefully a little less shitty looking. I'm notorious for capturing only the worst stuff on camera, though. Here we go. I'm pretty sure that they can be cut from either shoulder to either hip if you do it right. See, that totally tracked my slash incorrectly and got the wrong shoulder. Definitely the wrong angle, but whatever. I've seen it done from both ways. Maybe I'll use something heavier. Ugh. That's worked for me before. If you get it in line with where they can be cut, and then you smash their bodies into an object, it'll burst apart. Okay, see, that time I did it correctly. Let's get him at the correct angle here. Took his arm, too. But yep, you can do it from either shoulder to either hip. I don't know why it tracks it wrong sometimes. Easy head burster. Alright, let's get organized and do this in some sort of a ordered fashion. Let's check out arm dismemberment. You can chop it off pretty low. You can chop it off a lot, actually. Chop it off at the wrist. Then you chop it off again up there. I don't know how many chopping points there are on each limb, but there's a decent amount. You just keep shortening their arms little by little, and see what I mean by the incorrect chop tracking, but whatever. This game's so brutal and fun, it doesn't even matter. Just keep removing little bits of their leg, one by one. Well, limbs. Good lord. You just do a lot to their bodies, it's ridiculous. So that's limbs. Did already demonstrate. See if I can do it proper. Cool. One good right to left, shoulder to hip. My right. His left to right. 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 You're up. Alright. Cool. So if you do it well enough, apparently it tracks totally correctly. Heads, naturally, they just go. But, whoop, if you don't put too much force behind it, you just get a nice little throat slit. Whoa! If you hit them hard enough, you'll rip their arms apart, you'll rip their head off, you'll rip their body apart. And that's the benefit of big-ass weapons. Split with the axe. This thing's so light when you wield it with two hands. God. Huh. Let's just get that glitch out of the way. Axes are the only bladed weapon that, like, don't really stab. They kind of, like, dig into the enemy. If you don't hit him too hard, you can easily yank him around with an axe. He died real good. And that's the other thing that they do. They really dig into skulls and trigger this half static death animation. Well, not death, but you get the point. If they're not dead by the end of it, it's not a death animation. This is one of the coolest ways to kill an enemy in the game, if I can pull it off properly this time. And it can only be done with axes. It's so finicky with the amount of force you have to give. Obviously, I'm not fighting skeletons. They don't get dismembered. Huh. I should try that again. Reverse. Shoulder to hip. Hip to shoulder. Some would probably fucking say. Whoa. That didn't work in the slightest. Yeah, it really didn't work in the slightest. Wrong direction and everything. Alright, let's go with my dominant swinging direction. God damn, Tanner. Well, the arm's not in the way now. Well, I just cleaved him straight and fine. Another awesome way to kill enemies in this. With a big enough weapon, you just rip straight through him. Arms, hips. Get up. Face me proper, you clumsy fucker. And you know what? Let's get all the obstacles out of my way. Fuck! Not the whole... The zombie I'm not considering an obstacle at the moment. Come on. Well, one of you is an obstacle. One of you has too many arms. There we go. Okay. Nope. Apparently, if you start at the hip, it only cleaves them in half. Makes sense. Makes sense. But as I've clearly demonstrated, you know, it's not completely polished off. Or maybe I'm just garbage, which I always clearly demonstrate. And again, let me know if this was interesting or pointless in the comments. Pretty please. And be sure to check out some of my other stuff if this was interesting to you. Tanner's out.